What did you find? What did you find as the differences and the similarities? Anybody? Make a spokesman raise his hand or her hand. All right, right over here.
Okay, some of the differences is Levi left right away, and Simon complained about it first.
Simon complained about it first.
Yeah, Simon complained about it first, and Levi left right away. And then another difference is one was in front of the general public and one was in front of upper class people. So the way that he addressed it was in front of different groups of people. Things that were the same is both of the disciples needed help, and Jesus was there in both of the stories. And both Matthew and Peter were called away from their jobs, and both stories took place at their jobs.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Anybody else while I'm over here? All right.
Some of the differences that we noticed was Simon needed a miracle before God even asked him. Before Jesus even posed the question, he says, "Let me prove to you who I am first." And with Levi, Jesus just came up to him while he was at work and said, "Time to leave, follow me." And once the question was posed, both disciples got up and followed. But Simon needed a little bit of proof first. Some of the similarities, both disciples had a name change after the fact. Simon to Peter and Levi to Matthew. God felt they needed a new identity, a little bit better to match their new life.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Who else? Mark.
I think it's incredible that Jesus says two words.
Jesus says two words, "Follow me," and 4 men left their livelihood. That was not something a Jewish man would do. Okay?
Or any man.
Any man.
Probably.
Any man. Or any woman who's earning livelihood. And yet, Peter, James, and John left 2 boats full of fish. They didn't say, "Oh, let's sell the fish first, and then we'll take down,
put that in a trust. We'll get the interest on
it. We'll mend the nets. We'll put the boat in the dry dock, and then we'll follow you." No, they left the whole thing, a fortune in fish, and Levi did not say, "Well, let me take this to the Roman accountant," and no, he just left it all.
Right.
Money sitting on the table, money in the strongbox. Left it all.
Which could have been kind of dangerous, dealing with the Roman Empire, just walking away from their money. I don't know. Seems perhaps to me.
Jesus called both of them personally, which is pretty interesting. I believe later on there was at least one person who came and sought him out and wanted to be one or two people that wanted to be his followers. So that was a similarity. And one of the interesting differences was Levi was so excited about being involved with Jesus, Levi Matthew, that he threw a huge bash, invited all his pals, said, "You've got to meet this guy. He rocks." And Peter sensed his own sinfulness and was ashamed to be around Jesus. He said, "Man, dude, I am such a mess. I've seen you preach." That's another difference. He got to see Jesus preach. He said, "I've seen you preach. I've seen you work miracles. I know who you are. You're a God, and I am such a mess."
Very good. Good work. Good work. Oh, yeah, Mike.
Just a comment is that I think it comes down to more than just money. I mean, they were willing to give up all of their money to follow this guy, and I'm sure he wasn't dressed in royal robes and looked really good, He was just a commoner, and they were willing to do this, and they were willing to give up everything they had for him, and everything. Very easy.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. Anybody else? You're pointing to Brittany? I don't think Brittany is excited about that. Nicely done. Okay.